This is the Weeylite RB9 RGB light. All right, let's take a look at what we get in the box. All right, well, we have the light itself. All right, we'll take a look at that more in a minute. What else do we have in here? Oh, we have a nice little cloth case. We have some instructions. We have a few other things in here. Let's see what we've got. We have a clamp. We'll check this out a little bit more a little later. Looks interesting. We have a USB-C charging cord. We have a little plastic tripod, little rubberized tips on there, so that's not sliding around anywhere. And it looks like we've got a little metal cold shoe mount. And lastly, we have, it's like a rubberized diffuser, which I would assume, oh good, there's cutouts for where it's supposed to go. So it looks like it's gonna go this way. Let's get that on. Yep, that fits nice, and you can still access the buttons, the charging port, quarter 20 mounts on both sides. All right, we'll check that out more again a little bit later. All right, let's take a look at the light itself. That's a nice all metal construction. Yeah, all metal all the way around. We have an on and off switch here. We have a mode button, a set button, and then plus or minus. Well, let's turn this thing on, see what we got here. It appears that we have 3 modes here. We have, let's see, let's turn this down a little bit. So right now we have a color temperature mode. Let's see if I can get that on the screen. There we go. Color temperature mode. And to change from intensity to color temperature, you press the red set button. So now we're on the intensity, light power, press it again, and now we're on color temperature mode. All right, so it looks like we go all the way down to 2500 degrees Kelvin, which is a nice warm light. And let's see how high we can go. 8500 degrees Kelvin, which is a nice cool color. All right, let's change modes again by hitting the buttons on the side here, the black M button. And now we're in HSI mode. That's our RGB mode. Let's see if we can get a picture of that. There we go. You press again the set button to move between modes. There is your different colors there on the HSI spectrum: blue, green, yellow, red, your typical RGB colors. Press set again to this next one, and I'm gonna bet that is probably your saturation. So we get red, we're moving down. Yeah, that's your saturation button. Again, pretty typical with most of these little RGB lights. Let's press the mode button again. And now we're in, oh, okay. We have an RGBW mode. And this is so you can really specifically dial in the settings here for your red, green, blue channels. But because this is an RGBW light, you can also make adjustments to the white and yellow colors. Because this light is RGBW, there are separate white and yellow LED beads in here. which gives you just a lot more control over the colors that the light's producing. And here are the different lighting effects modes that come on, well, pretty much just about every small RGB light these days. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. Okay, just so you can see here, there we go. Not only can you change what the effect is and of course the brightness of it, but it also has a speed setting as well. So you can control how quick the special effect light goes. So right now we're in normal mode. We'll stick with that for now. All right, so let's see what we've got here. Let's go to set so we can get to the different scenes. All right, so the first one I have here looks like a lightning bolt. Now we have police car, movie. So I'm not sure what that is. Looks like it's just cycling through the RGB colors. It looks like we have a martini glass, so I'm guessing that's your party light mode. We have, it looks like birthday mode, or that may be a candle. It's a picture of a birthday cake with a candle on it. Okay, so I think that's your candle mode. You have the heartbeat mode, which I guess just kind of, which I think kind of just slowly pulses the light. Grass. All right, and these are those real basic colors that Weeylite tends to include with some of their RGB lights, like grass or red or, yeah, rainbow purple. There's red, orange, yellow, green, cyan, blue, purple. We have a firework. That's kind of interesting. It's like another flash, probably simulating the paparazzi mode that I see on a lot of these. Oh, campfire. Okay, this is the one I was kind of interested in. I've heard from some other people that the campfire special effect in this mode was actually really nice. Let's change up the intensity here. Let's dial that up a little bit. I'll insert a shot here in a minute to kind of show you the effect on something on the table here, but that's actually, yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. That's a fairly accurate look to it. Yeah, there's a bunch of these different modes in this light. They look pretty good. The campfire one's certainly interesting. Might be worth checking out if that's the kind of effect you're trying to go for. For some time now, Weeylite's been working on a whole ecosystem of lighting products. They have a couple of different of these little RGB on-camera lights. They have some larger panel lights, a ring light, and they also have their big one, the 150 watt power Ninja 400 COB light, which as a matter of fact, that's currently what's lighting this area right now. All of these lights work together in conjunction with their app. So let's pull that up on the iPad here. Okay. So when you're looking at the app here, you can see all the letters across here. These are the different group settings that you can put your lights into. By default, the RB9 comes pre-configured on channel A. So if I click channel A, you can control the intensity of the light with the slider here. You can control the color temperature. Let's move that back to daylight balance here. You can also go into the special effect modes, and that you view that by clicking the scene button. And there we go. So you have flash, there's fireworks, burst, TV, and just scroll down and you can get to the other ones. Birthday, there's an alarm, movie, all that within the app here. And you can also set how quick it moves, just like you can on the light itself, where it's fast, normal, or slow. Like I was just saying before, I also have Weeylite's Ninja 400 light above me lighting this tabletop here. I currently have that set to channel B. So if I just click the B button, so right now it's lighting daylight balanced right now, but I can turn that up to 8,500 degrees Kelvin, all the way down to 2,500 degree Kelvin. Let's put that back to daylight. All right. So you can see Weeylite's put together a pretty decent little ecosystem, all of them easily controlled from their app, everything working together. Let's go back to A. Let's put it in color temperature mode. Now, something else that's interesting about this light that I wasn't aware of, my Ninja 400 came with an RC11 remote control that Weeylite makes. This remote comes not only with the Ninja, but it comes with their ring light and their panel lights as well. Well, what I didn't realize is that you can also control the RB9 with this light as well. So just like in the app, you just need to change to the correct group that your light is in. And like I said before, this comes pre-configured on A. So you have two choices with wireless connectivity. If you happen to have one of the RC11 remote controls, you can control the light with that, or you can use the really, in my opinion, fantastic Weeylite app. So we've got these accessories that came with it. So we have a clamp here, which, okay. So these little legs fold out here, and my guess is that you can take the light, put that in there, and then we have a 1/4-20 on the bottom of that clamp so we can screw in their little tripod legs. You've got a kind of little handheld mode, or there we go. And now we've got that. You can put the light on its own little stand. And as you can see, that rotates 360 degrees. Yeah, so a nice little tabletop stand for your light. One of the other things I wanted to look at was the diffuser that came with this. All right, so let's get him in there. That goes in pretty easily. So switch it on. And let's see, let's turn this up a little bit. Actually turn it down a little bit. This thing is really bright. And you've got a really nicely diffused light. So you can kind of see what it looks like now. And then if you change the mode, there we go. So you go from a nice diffused light. You can see that really does actually soften the light pretty well. As I was finishing up this review, I did a little more research into this light, found a whole bunch of settings that I didn't originally see or know about when I first started the review. So if you take your light and you press and hold the black M button, so press and hold, now all of a sudden, a whole bunch of different options in here. So it looks like you can put this into update mode. I guess they have the ability to update the firmware. You have overheating protection. So you can turn that off if you want to try and run this thing as long as possible. Here, what I mentioned before, I wasn't sure if you could change the group settings for this light. Well, no, you absolutely can. You change that right here. And you use the plus and minus to change it. You can not only change the group number, but you can change the channel as well. Hit the button again. And then here's a cool feature that I didn't know about, power bank. You can actually use this light as a power bank. So right now it says off, so I'm going to press the plus button to put it on, and you see a little plug had popped up there on the menu. So let's see what happens here. I've got my phone, and we're going to plug that into the USB port. And you can see there, it is now charging. And when you're done with that, just press the minus button to switch it off. Press and hold the M button, and now you're back to the regular menu system of the light itself. We're going to do a brightness test now. I've got my trusty light meter here. So what we'll do first is we'll turn off all those lights. We will turn on the light. Let's get this at 0.5 meters. And there we are. All right. Let's turn back on the lights. And it looks like we're getting a reading of 1393 lux at 0.5 meters, which I believe is pretty close, if not a little bit more than what the manufacturer states. So I can say that the brightness claims by the manufacturer is pretty much right on. All in all, I actually think this is a fantastic little light. All of the different accessories that Weeylite includes with their package is a great value add. Not to mention, it fits perfectly into their ecosystem of lights that they've been producing over the past couple of years. I'm excited to see where Weeylite's going these days. the Weeylite RB9 RGBW LED light.